Good evening, all. Good evening. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes and then we can start. And welcome to this training program on Kaizen. Okay, once again, good evening. So I will uh, share my screen. Please let me know if it is visible and we can start now. Is my screen visible? Please type yes if it is visible. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we will start. So once again, good evening and welcome to this training program on Kaizen Foundation. So let's see first what we are going to cover in this program or in this course. So this will be the program outline. We will have start with the introduction. Then we will just go through the Japan history, Toyota story. Then meaning of Kaizen, day-to-day example we will see. And then we'll switch on to the why is improvement required. And then purpose and sequence of Kaizen. We will see what is the purpose of Kaizen, what is the current sequence of implementing Kaizen. Then hint to identify Kaizens. So normally, when we say about the Kaizen, when we saw the meaning of the Kaizen, normally, what are the hint to identify the Kaizen? So some concepts are called as 3D, 3R, and ASTM. So we will also see that. Then levels of Kaizen. So restorative Kaizen, renovative Kaizen, and innovative Kaizen, these are called as levels of Kaizen. We will see that as well. Then there are some Kaizen principles and 6 steps of Kaizen. We will also see that. And then we will discuss about a difference between Kaizen and problem solving. So what is the difference between Kaizen and problem solving? Then we will also discuss about the PDCA and SDCA cycle. So PDCA cycle is called as plan, do, check, act, and SDCA cycle is called as standardize, do, check, and act. So we'll see the application of PDCA and SDCA cycles as well. Then it is said that we should start to implement Kaizen with the bottleneck process. So we will see what is bottleneck process. Then 1 minute. Okay, then we will see the bottleneck process. Then there is one important concept called as 3G. So that is a very beautiful concept. So these are the three words, Japanese words starting from the letter G, or also it is called as 3R in English. So we will see the concept of 3G, concept of Uno circle, and then 7+1 West will discuss. Also, we will discuss the Mura and Muri. So these are three MUs called as Mura, Mura, and Muri. And then there will be a small video on how to identify the West. We will see that video as well. As well as, if time permits, we will discuss about the concepts like POUS, see-through, speak to me, etc., etc. And then the spaghetti diagram. Spaghetti diagram is a concept. So it is mainly discussed when we are discussing the transportation and motion waste. So we'll discuss that concept as well. And in the last, we will explain the Kaizen sheet to you. Okay. So this will be the program outline. Okay. Just a minute. I will open one more presentation. Okay. Now let's start. So before starting, there are some instructions. So we will follow the time discipline because there are a lot of participants. So it is very difficult for me to capture the expectation of the participant. So I will skip that part. But there are some of the my expectations. So these are the expectations of trainer. So we will follow the time discipline. That is the request to all of you. Please keep your mobile on silent mode, even though it is an online session, and because you will focus then. So there will be no distractions. There should be active participation. So there will be discussion. So you can type in chat box. So there will be some discussions, some videos, some exercises like that. And I'm requesting you to participate actively in that. And there is a one concept, the concept called as leap concept. Leap means learn and apply. So prior to learn, you need to unlearn first. So assume that you don't know anything about Kaizen. We need to unlearn first, and then we can learn, and then we will learn how to apply. So learn and apply, LE and AP, that is called as leap technique. Okay. So that is called as leap technique. So I will use pen. So these words, leap, learn and apply. So LE and AP, learn and apply. That is called as leap technique. That is very, very important. And whenever I am conducting any training program, so I am also learning a lot from each of you. So it is a two-way discussion. So it is an interactive session. So we will learn from each other. Okay. I will also share my mobile number and you can contact me on WhatsApp as well or mobile number as well. Okay. So now before proceeding, let me introduce about myself. So basically, my name is Kiran Deshpande. I am a Kaizen Lean Six Sigma and TPM practitioner. So I am having near about 23 years of experience in manufacturing sector. So initially 7 years I worked in operations. Since last 15 to 16 years, I'm working as a Lean Six Sigma TPM practitioner. So these are my some education and certifications. I am also B mechanical engineer. I am also certified Lean leader and advanced Lean practitioner. I am also certified as a VSM practitioner as well. I also did Lean Bronze and Lean Silver certifications. I am also certified Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, certified Total Productive Maintenance Facilitator from the CII, then Kaizen Event Facilitator from one of the company in USA, and certified 5 years auditor. It is ongoing program, and I also did trainer from the Dale Carnegie. And I'm also one program is ongoing that is called Certified Core Tool Specialist. Okay, my area of specialization mainly is lean manufacturing, Six Sigma, Kaizen workshops, problem solving, yes, value stream mapping, single minute exchange of dies, then ISO 14001, ISO 45001, And my passion is to develop the bottom line people. It is called as subject matter expert, particularly the operators, middle management, supervisors. So training and coaching is my passion. So I also completed near about 50 plus lean projects, 50 plus Six Sigma yellow belt projects I mentored. So I also conducted 400 plus lean Six Sigma trainings, and I have trained 8,000 plus people, and I have achieved near about 50,000 plus man hours. So this is just brief introduction about me. So now we will start with the question. So before proceeding, I have a question for all of you. And the question is, so normally I start any session with this question. So my question is, why is improvement required? Can anybody type me, why is improvement required? So normally we are saying that we should always improve. Yes, it is required. But why? Why is improvement required? Just type your answers in chat box. Why is improvement required? Please do not write on screen. Please insert in chat box. Please, this is a request. Okay. Okay. So I will just check your answers. So improvement required for the PQCDSM to make for continuous progress and growth, reduce error to maintain the performance of the productivity, right? Yes. Chances happen every day that needs improvement, improve the process. Yes, yes, we should improve the process. We should improve on the cost parameters. We should improve the productivity, correct? But why? Those to stay in the competition. Yes, just to stay in the competition. Yes, profitability. Very good. Improvement required for process performance and reduce the cost. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, before, yes, at least answers are correct. Now we have a story. Near about we have almost 122 participants, right? And everybody is using the mobile. So it is a need. Okay, so my question is, even though we are using the mobile, how many of us using the Nokia mobile? Out of 122 participants, how many participants are using the Nokia mobile? Very few, very few, very few. Okay. Uh, I am a fan of Nokia. My first mobile was Nokia. Even though Nokia started Android, I also used Nokia, right? So Nokia was a really good company. So most of the people are saying no. So out of 122, hardly 5 to 10 people are using Nokia. But my question to all of you is, was Nokia not a good company? Nokia was a very good company, having very good culture. So this company was really very good, really awesome. But there is only one mistake. What that mistake was? There was only one mistake. So no, one Sayed is saying that Nokia hasn't developed time to time, not updated. So what was missing actually? What was missing? What was the need of the customer? What was the need of the customer? Suppose if I ask this question 15 years back, particularly to the Indian people, so I think 70% people were using the Mobia, correct? Yes or no? Correct? Yes or no? If I ask this question 10 to 15 years back, 10 to 15 years back, just imagine 15 years back, if I ask the same question, so now it is less than 2%, but at that time it was near about 60 to 70%, correct? So the company which is having a very good culture, the company which is having a very good brand, and the first mobile of most of the Indian people was Nokia. Yes, yes, Apple was quicker and better. But my question to all of you, when there is a demand, there was a demand that Android technology was the demand from the customer. And particularly in that sector, particularly in that regards. So Nokia was very late. Nokia also did then Android technology was the need of the customer at that time. Particularly, I'm talking about Indian market. But there was a delay from the Nokia. That was the only mistake. That was the only mistake. And because of that single mistake, they lost their market share. They lost their market share, and hence now I'm asking how many people are using Nokia. So you are saying that very few, less than 5%, less than 2%. And 15 years back, the situation was that 70% was the market share. I am still a fan of Nokia because it is having a very good company, having very good things, but only one mistake, and that company was out of the competition. So when I ask a simple question, why is improvement required? Your answer is correct because to stay in the competition, and if a single mistake from us, and then we will be out of the competition. We are working in companies, we are working in organization, but because of a single mistake, there is a chances that we can be out of the market. Okay. Also the same with the ambassador car. Ambassador car was also having good, but now Ambassador car lost their market and there is a shutdown. Again, they are coming, I think. But Ambassador was acquired mostly car manufacturing, car actually sector in India. But then when Maruti arrived, so that Ambassador was out of the market because at that time Maruti captured the voices of the customer. What customer is required at that time, they captured the voice of the customer. So answer to this question, why is improvement required, is to stay in the competition. And how to do that? Just listen to the voices of the customer. And for any industry, yes, for any industry, customer is very, very important because who is paying our salary? Who is paying our salary? Who pays our salary? Customer. Normally, we think that our management pays our salary, but our customer is paying our salary. And hence, it is very important to capture the voice of the customer. What are the needs and expectation of the customer? So it is called as customer requirement, capturing the customer requirement, capturing the voice of customer, capturing the needs and expectation of the customer. And if we fail to capture the need and expectation, so any company, any good company, yes, Abdul, you are also correct. Yes, 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 yes. But normally always believe that if we fail to capture the voice of customer because our customer is paying our salary, and if we fail to capture the needs and expectation of the customer, then it is a trigger for our organization that we can be out of the competition. And please remember, this is not applicable for industry only. This is applicable to you as well as an individual. If you are not upgrading yourself, if you are not upgrading yourself, then you can be also out of the competition in the market. So we need to upgrade ourselves continuously because if we fail to do that, we can also be out of the competition. So normally this question has a very deep meaning. So our organization should improve continuously as well as we as an individual, we will also upgrade ourselves. Otherwise, we will be also out of the competition. And hence, improvement is required to stay in the competition for our industry as well as for us as an individual as well. Clear? So why is improvement required? I'll give the examples of Nokia. I give the example of Ambassador. And I also told you that customer is paying our salary, and in order to improve, we need to capture the voices of customer, the voice of customer. And if we fail to do that, then it is a trigger for us. I'm not saying that that is the only reason, but that is the main reason, because customer pays our salary, customer is everything for us. And if we fail to capture the voices of customer, then it is a trigger to an organization, any organization. So even though there is a big organization, that can be out of the market. Okay. So I hope this question is understood. Why is improvement required? To stay in the competition, and also for ourselves as an individual to upgrade ourselves is very, very important, because we also want to stay in the competition as an individual. So we need to upgrade our knowledge. Correct? Clear? So can I proceed further? Okay. Thank you. Now, my next question to all of you is, we saw that uh, improvement is required, right? We saw that improvement is required. So I want to improve in my company. So I want to improve my company. Okay. But my question to all of you, there should be some triggers for improvement. So we need to listen for golden voices of management. It is called as four golden voices of the management to carry out the improvement. So we saw that improvement is mandatory. We don't have the choice. We need to improve continuously. And also I forgot to tell, but always remember, we need to improve in three things: products, process, and service. I repeat, we need to improve in our products, processes, and service. So improvement in product, process, and service is very, very important. Now we want to improve. So there should be some triggers for the improvement. Okay. So normally I say there are lots of parameters. So how we need to improve, but there are in Kaizen, I'm speaking about some basics. So we should listen to the four golden voices of the management. Okay. We will see that. What are the four golden voices of the management? Can anyone tell me what are the four golden voices of the management? It is said that there are four voices of the management, four golden voices of the management. What are those? Yes. So some people already written. So that is correct. It is said that there are four golden voices of the management. One is called as voice of customer. That is very, very important. So listening to the four golden voices of the management is very, very important. So first is called as VOC. And VOC means voice of customer. So we need to listen to the voice of customer. We just saw the examples, right? So the company having near about 60 to 70% market share can be out of the market if we forget to listen the voice of the customer. So first golden voice is called as voice of the customer. So how to capture the voice of the customer? So there are lots of options, market surveys. So even our marketing or sales, they can take the feedbacks from the customer, or we can refer to our customer scorecard. Suppose I am supplying to this one of the OEM, and normally suppose OEM are also sharing the scorecard. So suppose out of 100 we are getting 70% and we are lagging in the on-time delivery. So that is a trigger for the improvement, that we need to improve on-time delivery. Suppose there are lots of customer complaints that they are repetitive customer complaints, and that is reflecting in customer scorecard. Then it is a trigger that we need to work on that. We need to work on the reduction or the elimination of the customer complaint. So these are the inputs. So you can refer the scorecards from the customer. You can download the scorecards from the customer portal. Other Otherwise, there can be a surveys or either sales or marketing. They can take the direct feedback from the customer, or you can directly call to the customer and take their feedback. So, but it is very, very important to capture the voice of customer, and it triggers the improvement. Suppose I need to improve on on-time delivery. I need to improve on the quality parameter. The same customer complaint is repeating. So these are the trigger for the improvement. So first voice, golden voice is called as VOC, voice of the customer, and we can capture the voice of the customer through the market survey. Sales or marketing people can provide us, or we can directly call to the customer, or we can refer to their scorecards. We can download the scorecards from the customer portal, and then we will come to know where we want to improve, and we must improve. Why? Because customer pays our salary and customer is giving us a business. So if we want to stay in the business, we need to capture the views. Correct? The second golden voice is called as voice of business. So I should think about customer. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct because customer is everything for us. But parallelly, we should also capture the voice of business. What does it mean? Suppose there is no customer complaint at all. Customer is very happy with me. For example, I am delivering a good product to the customer, but I'm struggling to in business. For example, there are lots of rejection. I am doing a sorting and giving a good product to the customer, but because of high rejection, high rework, customer is getting good products, but my internal KPIs, so there are lots of cost is involved in that, and I am not profitable. Customer is happy, but I am not profitable. Customer is happy, but I am not achieving the desired profit. If customer is happy and my targets are missing, if customer is happy and I am not able to make more money, so then it is a problem. So because we are running our business, because we want to achieve something, we want to make profits, and hence that is also very important. So customer should be happy, that is correct. Parallelly, our business should be profitable. What I'm saying that it is most of the time, if it is directly proportional, if customer is happy, our business will grow. But sometimes, suppose we are doing a lots of sorting, rework, and sending a good products to the customer, and we are struggling with our internal processes, then it is a problem. So second is called as voice of business. And how to capture the voice of business? Our operation scorecard. For example, your rejection percentage, suppose it is target is 0.5%, and if your rejection is 5%, 7%, so that is can be a voice of the business. Suppose you are not achieving the profit. So the strategy made by the organization, you are not achieving that profits. You are not achieving the productivity targets. You are not achieving the efficiency targets. So that is the trigger to capture the voice of business. So you just refer your operation scorecard and your management will tell you what is the voice of business. So second golden voice is called as capturing the voice of business. I'm working as a department head, supervisor, or any general manager like that. But what are the needs of my business? What is my owner is expecting? What are the board of directors are expecting? And accordingly, I need to deliver results because our business should be profitable. So second golden voice is called as voice of business. So two voices are clear, VOC and VOB, voice of customer and voice of business. Very good. So these are the two golden voices, capture the voice of customer, capture the voice of business. It is our customer operation scorecard will give us the required improvement, required or target area where we want to improve. So third voice is called as voice of process. It includes machines as well as the processes. Suppose if my machine is deteriorated a lot, so it may produce defective parts, faulty parts. Suppose if my machine is not delivering the required pressure, it is very difficult to create the required pressure, and that is very, very important parameter, process parameter. Then I need to work on that as well. So some processes, so assembly process, whatever process we are carrying out, whatever the operations we are carrying out on game bar or on shop floor, We need to listen to the voice of the process. Process always speaking with us indirectly. Machines are also speaking with us indirectly. And we need to capture that voice. That is very, very important. Suppose my process is saying that it should be the process parameters. Do not overheat the die, for example. It will again create a rejection. Or sometimes machine is trying to speak. There are lots of vibrations. Please act on me. I am giving you the signals. So there is a lot of vibration. There are a lot of temperature. There are a lot of noise. Machine processes. They are trying to speak with you. They will not directly speak with you, indirectly speak with you. And you need to capture the voice of process, voice of machines. That is very, very important. We are listening to the voice of customer. We are listening to the voice of management, voice of the business. Parallelly, we should also capture the voice of process. Because whatever product we are going to make, that product is manufactured through that manufacturing process. And we need to capture it. Okay. And four golden voice is called as voice of employees. VOE. What operator is trying to say? It is said that I will share you the code tomorrow. I will share you the code tomorrow. Voice of the employee. For example, Kaizen should come from the operator's complaint. What operator is trying to say? What your operator who is working on that machine, you need to listen to his voice. Suppose your supervisors, they are trying to speak. You need to capture their voice. So the people working on the machine, supervisors, your middle management, you should capture their voices. For example, they want to implement Kaizen, but there is no resources are provided. There is no good platform from them, and they are expecting that some reward, some recognition. They want some appreciation from the management. That is very, very important. We should capture the voice of employees because employees is the biggest asset of any organization. So we need to take care of our employees because employees are taking care of our business. So in Toyota, they normally say, we don't build cars. Even though Toyota is a car manufacturing company, most of the time they say we don't build cars. They say we build people and our people build cars. So we build people and our people build cars. So that voice of employees means we need to develop our employees. We need to listen their voices. Suppose operators are struggling, we need to provide a support for the operators because they are the value adders. They are creating the products and that products we are going to sell in the market. So always capture the voice of operators, voice of employees. If they want some appreciation, rewards, recognition, they are ready to deliver good results, but they are not getting any good platform. So management should capture the voice of employees. The trigger can be the employee satisfaction survey, employee satisfaction index like that. So these are called as four golden voices of the management. And any organization must listen to these four golden voices of the management. And then that will be a trigger for the improvement. So VOC direct customer will give us a triggers where we want to improve. VOB, our management will say us in that sector, in that direction we need to improve. Our machines, our processes will say us, we want improvement. There are lots of noise, there are lots of vibrations. Please act on us. We are demanding that please act on us. We are not performing well. We are ill. We are sick. Please work on us. So this is called the voice of process and voice of employees. And we should develop our employees because they are our biggest assets. We should capture the voices. So I will tell one story. So there was a one contract operator, casual operator, when I was working in one of the company. I still remember the name of that operator. The name of is Samir, and he was from Orissa. Even though he was a casual operator, he was having some good idea. So he told that idea, but nobody was listening to him. And I was a Kaizen promotion officer or KPO was there. My designation was a Kaizen promotion officer. So when he told this idea to me, I just noted down, but I told him I need to discuss with our engineering head, quality head. So that idea was really very good. So then we approached to the customer. Customer also approved that. Our engineering head approved that idea. Our quality head approved that idea. And then we received approval from the customer. And because of that very simple idea, we were able to save near about 20 lakhs at that time. I am talking about 10 to 15 years back. Without a single investment, we saved near about 20 to 20 lakhs per annum without a single rupee investment. And that idea came from a contract employee, and he was working there only for the 6 months, and there was a break. So he was from Orissa, and he gave that simple idea. So we should always capture their voices. We should always use their talents. Normally, we are using the hands of the operators, but we should also learn to use their brains. So we should also utilize their brains. So that is the message I want to deliver. So four golden voices of the management are clear. Please type all the golden voices in chat box in short form. Please type all the golden voices in short form. Yes, VOC, VOB, VOP. Very good. Thank you, thank you. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Got it, got it. Okay. So, four golden voices of the management clear. Why is improvement is required clear? Very good. Okay. Yes. Now, my next question to all of you is, what what is the purpose of any business? What is the important purpose of any business? I am running any organization. What is the purpose of any business? We are running our business. Suppose treat yourself as a businessman, entrepreneur, and just tell me what will be your purpose. So there will be lots of purposes and measure. What is the important purpose? Why you start doing business? What is the important purpose? Okay, profit, stability, to make profit, to make money. Yes. Deliver value. Yes. All answers are correct. All answers are correct. Build brand, etc. Yes, yes, yes. All answers are correct. Suppose a customer satisfaction. Yes. But to be honest with you, what is the purpose of any business? What is the purpose of any business? The purpose of any business is make more money. I'm not saying that is the only purpose of any business. I'm not saying that is the only purpose of any business, but that is the important purpose of any business. Make more money. Make more money. Because suppose you want to do a CSR activity, you want to do a very good benefits to the employees, etc., etc. But if you are not making more money, then it is very difficult for you. Some people are saying the CSR activity. Some are saying that to give the jobs to the person. Yes, you should give job to person. But if you are not making more money in your business, then you will find very difficult for doing CSR, to give jobs, right? To satisfy customer, because your there should be a profit, and in other words, make more money. You should make more money. Or normally I can say, instead of 3M, you can say 4M. What is 4M? Make more and more money. Make more and more money. So either you can say make more money or you can say make more and more money, because that is the one of the important purpose. I'm not saying only the purpose, but one of the important purpose of any business. Agreed? Yes or no? Make more money. Make more money. Okay. So normally I will, yes, yes. So I will give one example. I will give one example. So I was working in one of the company in corporate office in Pune. I am from Pune. And there was a corporate office. I was sitting in corporate, and there was one of the restaurant was there, and lots of people were coming to that restaurant. So one of the person from a very good company, he came there for a visa. So there was a visa office for UK Europe visa, and then he thought that he can also start a business there after his retirement. But he took the voluntary retirement VRS. Uh, he withdraw his PF amount, and there was a good amount of PF there. And then he, instead of taking it on rent, he purchased one property. He purchased one property. Lots of furniture there. He had a lot of furniture, very stylish look, etc., etc. There were good menus. So, and he inaugurated his hotel, his restaurant, and he invited us. So on first or 2 day there will be discount like that. So hotel was very nice, very nicely furniture. So he took some loan from the bank. He added some money, and it was running very well for a week. And suddenly, COVID wave stuck. Suddenly, COVID wave came, and as there was a COVID wave, there was a lockdown in India. And because of that lockdown, all the shops, all the restaurants were closed for almost 40 days. And that area was only having the corporate offices. Lots of crowd over there. There was lot of opportunity for the business. But because of that COVID wave, almost 40 days there was a no business. And then again we started offices, but normally corporate offices were started to operate work from home, and hence work from home is started. So people actually started to work from home, and suppose there are 100 people, only there are 20 people only. So drastically reduced. There is a lockdown, and then started work from home for the corporates, because that is not a manufacturing company. There are only corporate offices. And some people after COVID, for some time, I'm not saying that it is permanently, after for some time, they started to bring their tiffins from their home, and they were saying no to going to any restaurant. So even though that owner was having a good intention, even though he deployed waiter, cook, but he was not making any profit. And at last he closed the restaurant, and the people lost the jobs, waiter, cook. His intention was not to remove these people from the job. But if your organization, if your business is not making money, if it is not earning profits, then it is very difficult. It is very difficult for the business owner as well. So even though that person was very good human being, but he told us that I don't have the choice right now, because I have taken the loan from the banks and I invested my money, but absolutely there is no profit, and hence I'm closing my business. So that is very, very important. You should make more money. So forget about that COVID wave. But normally, what I give the example, because if your organization, if your restaurant, any small business, if you are not making profits, then you can't provide the jobs to the people. Yes or no? Correct? Jobs of the employees will be not safe if your organization is not profitable. It is very difficult to save our jobs. Nokia was having a very good company, but people lost their jobs. Kodak was having a very good company, but people lost their jobs. Ambassador was a very good company, but employees lost their jobs. So no one wants to remove from your persons from their jobs if they are profitable. But if they are not profitable, they don't have the choice. They need to close the business, and hence our jobs will be lost. And hence, what is the purpose of any business is make more money. Okay, understood? What is the purpose of any business? Make more money. Then suppose if you are a department head or manager level, then what is our role then? Our role is to support the purpose of our business. Suppose the purpose of our business is make more money, then our job is to support the purpose of our organization. And here we will Kaizen, Lean, Six Sigma, TPM, or I can say operational excellence. They will help you a lot because I want to improve the profit of business, and this Kaizen, Lean, problem solving skills, etc., we are learning. So it is called as operational excellence, and they always helps us to achieve the purpose of our business. So there are lots of departments are working, but if we implement Kaizen, Lean like that, so then it is helping us to reduce waste to make business profitable. Okay. So that is clear. What is the purpose of any business? Make more money. Can we proceed now? Can we proceed? Okay. Now I will show you one slide and then we will have a quick recap. So, yes, I will just check the chat box. Yes, very good. What is the changing scenario? What is the changing scenario? So first, I think it is of 30 to 40 years or 45 years back. That was seller's market. That era is called as seller's market. I will use the pen. So that era or laser pointer, suppose it was a seller's market. So during 1990s or prior to that, so it was called a seller's market. Okay, means it is the manufacturer's market. It is a manufacturer's market. So there was no value to the customers because they were the, I can say these are the big names in industries and they don't have the competition. And as they don't have the competition, they have monopoly. And as they have monopoly, it is called a seller's market. So there is no value to the customer. For example, my uncle booked one two-wheeler. My uncle booked two-wheeler. It was near about 60 years back. And he got the two-wheeler after 27 months. He was the headmaster in one of the school. And he thought that he should at least use two-wheeler to go to the school. And he booked a two-wheeler before his retirement. So there was a 2 years for his retirement, and he booked a scooter, a two-wheeler, and he got two-wheeler after 27 months. Huge waiting. So why I'm giving this example? Because there was no choice to the customer. There was no choice to the customer. That market is called as seller's market. I will give some simple examples. Suppose I am a marker manufacturing company and I have the only manufacturing company in India. I am the only marker manufacturing, whiteboard marker manufacturing company. There is no competition at all. I am the only company which is making the whiteboard markers. There is no competition at all. And suppose uh, I am selling this marker in the market. Suppose there is 50 rupees. Just an example. I am selling marker the 50 rupees. Okay. But my cost is 40 rupees and I am making 10 rupees profit on that marker. So my cost means it is a raw material cost plus conversion cost. Conversion cost means the cost required to convert raw material from the for the product from the raw material to the finished good. We want to convert this raw material to the finished good. and whatever cost required for it, energy cost, machine cost, our labor cost, etc., 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 etc. I'm just calling it as a conversion cost. Means this cost is required to convert raw material into a finished product. So suppose the cost is 40 rupees, 30 rupees is the material cost. For example, 10 rupees is the conversion cost. Just for example, 30 rupees is the material cost and 10 rupees is the conversion cost per product. So I'm requiring 10 rupees per product to convert that raw material into a finished product. And hence the total cost is 40 rupees. Example. But as I told, what is the purpose of any business? Make more money, to earn more profits. So I cannot sell that whiteboard marker at 40 rupees. Agreed? Because my cost is 40 rupees. 30 rupees is the material cost, 10 rupees is the conversion cost. Conversion cost means the cost required to convert any raw material into the finished product. So I cannot sell this marker at 40 rupees because my main purpose is to make more money. And if I sell this marker at 40 rupees, then there is no profit, there is no money. So I should not sell this marker at 40 rupees. Correct? Yes or no? Right? Correct. Now suppose I added 10 rupees as a profit. So I'm selling this marker. I'm selling this marker in market at 50 rupees. Just an example. So 50 rupees is my selling price. Is my selling price. 50 rupees. Very good. Suppose after 1.5 year, cost increases to 50. Suppose there is a appraisal, there is some union agreement is there, appraisal says there, some raw material cost is increased. Now the cost will increase from 40 rupees to 50 rupees. Suppose after 1.5 year, example. And suppose I will again make a 10 rupee profit. So now I will sell this marker at 60 rupees. Earlier I was selling the marker 1.5 year back at 50. Now I'm selling at 60 rupees. And suppose if I want to increase the profit, I can sell this marker at 65 rupees. But it is sometimes difficult because it is sometimes difficult that I can increase my profit. But at that time it was possible because I am having the monopoly in the market. I am having the monopoly in the market. So that area, that era is called as seller's market. The market was belonging to the manufacturer. Market was belonging to seller. There was a monopoly. And customer having no choice. He was only buying the marker from only one company because that is the only whiteboard manufacturing company in India. Just an example. But now, but now it is a buyer's market. But now it is a buyer's market. So when there was a seller market, equation was cost plus profit is equal to price. Cost is 40, profit is 10, price is 50. Cost is 50, profit is 10, price is 60. So that was the equation during the seller's market. Now there is a buyer's market. It is said that customer is the king. Customer has the multiple choices. He has having a D-Mart. Earlier, suppose there was only Big Bazaar. Now he has having choices. He can go to the D-Mart. He can go to the any Reliance market. He can go to the any market. Now customer has choices. He can go to any market. Customer can go through Amazon, customer can purchase through the Flipkart, customer can purchase from Misho, customer can purchase from the Snapdeal because now customer has having the choices. The same product, normally customer is checking from the Amazon, what is the price? For the same product, same model, customer again checking from the Flipkart, again checking from the Misho like that because now it is a buyer's market, it's a customer's market. Customer is the king. Correct? Yes or no? Now, customer has the choices. Customer can check. Now, there is not only one company in market. There are 5 to 6 companies of whiteboard markers. Now, there is no monopoly of one company. So, there are options available to the customer. So, when I was studying in one of the villages, I don't have the choice. There was only one school. So, my parent, uh, I got the admission in that only school. We don't have the choices. But now in Pune, I have the choices. I can choose the school because I am having the choices. When I was a child, I was not having any choices. My parents were not having any choices. Now it is called as buyer's market. Now it is called as buyer's market. And hence it is a buyer's market. It is a very, very tough for the manufacturer. Earlier they were having the monopoly. Earlier they were having their market. But now, suppose currently my 50 rupees, I'm selling the marker at 50 rupees, for example. Okay, 50 rupees. Okay. And suppose there is a one competitor from XYZ country and he is selling that marker at 40 rupees. The same quality. He is from any other country and he entered in India, etc. Now, people can shift to this company because marker is not critical. The whiteboard marker is there, so they can switch. And suppose my salary increased this company agreement, appraisal. Earlier, I was increasing the selling price from 50 to 60, 60 to 65. But now, as it is a buyer's market, I don't have the choice to improve, to increase my selling price. Even though my costs are increasing, even though there is an agreement, even though there is appraisal, but that marker company can't increase the price. There is a certain level, and above that there is can't increase the selling price above that certain level because there is a huge competition. There is a huge competition, and hence if that company, marker manufacturing company, suppose it is a Kiran is the marker manufacturing company, whiteboard marker. So Kiran, the owner of the Kiran, has having only one choices because Kiran started to make markers. And I also discussed what is the purpose of any business. Purpose of any business is to make profit. Purpose of any business to make money. And now my costs are increasing, then my profits will shrink because I cannot increase the selling price above the certain value. Now, as a manufacturer, I have only one option if I want to increase my profit. Because any business should be profitable, then and then only owner is interested to run that business. And there is only one way to increase the profit, and that is called as cut cost. We need to reduce cost. We need to reduce the cost. Then and then only our profit will increase from this much to this much. From this much profit, our profit will increase, but we need to work on the cost reduction. We need to carry out the cost saving. But in lean language, we say you should cut waste. If you cut waste, we are going to see what is waste tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We'll see what is waste. If we cut waste, our costs automatically cut down. And if our costs are cut down, our profit will going to increase. So we have only one option to cut cost. And I'm saying instead of cutting cost, cut the waste. And if you cut the waste, there will be a more profit. So that is the condition. Earlier it was the seller's market. Equation is cost plus profit is equal to price. Equation mathematically is the same. Price minus cost is equal to profit. Mathematically, these two equations are the same. We learned in the mathematics. Suppose price, if we are cost, we are taking to this side. So price minus, it became minus. So price minus cost is equal to profit. So mathematical equations are same, but the only change is price is fixed. We cannot increase the price beyond a certain level because there is a huge competition. And I have only one option to cut cost, or I can say to cut waste. We will see what is waste. Okay, understood? The changing scenario understood? Please type yes if changing scenario is understood. Earlier it was a seller's market, now it is a buyer's market. My voice is not clear. Am I audible? Clear, no? Somebody saying so. Okay. So voice of trainer is also important. Huh? Voice of trainer is also important. Okay. Just joke. Okay. Okay. VOT. Yes. Yes. VOT. Yes. Voice of trainer is very, very important. It should be audible. Very good. So just we will have a recap. So can anyone tell me the bullet points? What we discussed in last 1 hour? We started with what? Anyone? I will just stop sharing. I will open one. Just discuss. You can type here. Yes. So we started with why is improvement required, correct? We started with why is improvement required. We discussed a couple of good company. That good companies can be also out of the market if we fail to capture the voice of customer. Why is improvement needed? And then we discussed trigger, four golden voices of the management. If we want to improve, then there should be some triggers, and triggers can be a VOC, VOB, VOP, and VOE. So you should capture VOC from the customer scorecards, customer portal, direct feedback, feedback from marketing and sales, then VOB from our operations scorecard, VOP, voice of process, voice of machine, and then voice of employees. Very good. Then we discussed what is the purpose of any business. This is called as 3M, make more money or make more and more money. Because any organization is, that is one of the important purpose. I am not saying that only purpose, or important purpose is make more money. Clear? Then we discussed that changing scenario. Changing scenario is very, very important. Earlier we were saying that it was a seller's market. Earlier we were saying that it was a seller's market. Now it is a buyer's market. It is a buyer market. Now customer is the king. Customer has the choices. So customer can go to anywhere. So hence it is called as buyer's market, customer's market. Okay. Now, is it clear? Can I proceed now? Okay. 1 minute. Just I will just. Okay. Now let's proceed. So I'm just checking the examples of Kaizens. Just proceed. Now we will discuss. Now we will discuss. I will share my screen once again. Hope it is visible. It is visible, correct? Okay. What is the meaning of Kaizen? Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of Kaizen? So our topic is Kaizen. What does it mean? What is the meaning of Kaizen? Okay, small change, continuous improvement. It is a Japanese technology. Kai means continuous, Zen means change. Okay, not change. Okay. So let's see what is Kaizen. Okay. Yes, your answers are correct, but some people are saying it differently. So Kaizen is a Japanese word. Kaizen is a Japanese word made from two words. One is called as Kai, and second is called as Zen. So Kai means change. So Kai means change. Always remember the Kai means change. And Z means better. If you want to translate Kaizen, it is called as a change for better. In Hindi, it is called as अच्छे के लिए बदलाव. So Kaizen is called as change for better. So change for better is the Kaizen. So Kaizen is a Japanese word, change for better. Okay. Some people, I normally connected a lot of people on LinkedIn. Some Japanese people are saying Kaizen is not change for the better. It is a change in your thought process. Change in yourself. So change in yourself. Do not think about that process in improvement. So they are saying that change in yourself, change in your thinking, that is Kaizen. So we can take both the meanings of the Kaizen. Kaizen is a physical change, change for a better, small incremental change. Zen means better, Kai means change. So we can say that Kaizen is change for better, अच्छे के लिए बदलाव, the change for better. Or we can say the Kaizen is change in our attitude. Kaizen is change in our thinking. Kaizen in self-improvement, improvement in self. Some Japanese people are saying that Kaizen is nothing else but improvement in self. If there is a change in your attitude, that is also called as Kaizen. Okay, so we can take both meaning. So Kaizen is a change for better. It is a physical change, small incremental change. We can also say that Kaizen is improvement in self, improvement in my thinking, improvement in my attitude. That is also called as a Kaizen. So we can take both meanings of Kaizen. Okay. So there will be some examples. So these are the, I will give day-to-day examples because you are from different industry. Some people are from service industry, some from manufacturing background. So normally I give generic example in this training. Please allow me to give generic example because we are from different industry. So I cannot give an example specific to any industry. So it is a common to all. So there are some examples. So suppose this is the plate. So this is my favorite, guys. So earlier there was a steel plate and we need to carry the steel bowl separately and we want to wash that bowls and sometimes there are chances that we can miss these bowls, etc. We were putting names on that. We are doing some identification on that. So that were having lots of problem. But one person came with this idea. I think this is developed by the Vitthal Kamath first. I need to check. But one person came with idea that if I give the shape of bowl to the plate, now there is no need to carry the separate bowls. So it can be for rice, it can be for roti, this can be for sabji like that. So this is a very simple example of Kaizen. It is a change for better. So अच्छे के लिए बदलाव. Change for good, change for better is called as Kaizen. So these are my favorite example. These are the Lexi pens. So there are almost two Kaizens in that. So what is first Kaizen? I will tell you. Suppose, imagine that this body is not transparent. Suppose that imagine that body is not transparent. And if I want to check the level of ink in the refill, I want to check the level of ink in the refill. So if that body is not transparent, what was the choice for me? If I want to check the level of ink in the refill, what was the choice? What I supposed to do? I need to open the body. I need to disassemble the pen. I need to check the level of ink my refill. And my next question to all of you, if refill is not also transparent, then what is the choice? There are two options. Body is transparent and refill is transparent, or body is transparent and refill is not transparent, or body is not transparent, refill is transparent. Suppose refill is also not transparent, then it is very difficult to check the level of ink, particularly for the student. Yes or no? Wait and watch till it is over. That is correct, Ankit. I am a student studying 10th standard and my pen is not having the transparent body. I need to disassemble that pen. I will check the level of ink in that refill. And unfortunately, if refill is also not transparent, then it is very difficult to me. Wait and watch. Wait and watch. Correct? Now, see the simple Kaizen. First Kaizen is that manufacturers made a refill transparent. First Kaizen is that manufacturers made a refill transparent. For example, and then body transparent. So second Kaizen is that my pen body is transparent. I am going for an exam. I am a student studying in 10th standard. I can easily see the level of ink. A task to disassemble the pen, that task is eliminated. Agreed or not? That task is eliminated. Earlier, I want to open that pen and I need to check the refill. But here, because body is transparent, that activity is eliminated. Activity that I need to disassemble the pen, I need to check the level of ink in the refill. But as body is transparent, that activity is eliminated. Yes or no? Correct? Very good. Yes, Sajid, I'm just talking about just that level of visibility. I'm not talking about any quality of like that. Okay. So first Kaizen is that a body is transparent and hence it is easily visible. Second Kaizen. Now I will ask the question. Please look at my pointer. So this pen is of which color? Can anyone tell me this pen of which color? Writing color I'm talking about. Blue. But they are not mentioning any word blue. There is not a single word written. There is not a single word written blue. But still again you are saying that it is a blue color pen. It is a red color pen. It is a black color pen. How? How is it possible? There is not mentioned any single word blue, red, black. But it is called as visual control. It is called as color coding. And because this is a color coding use, this is also good Kaizen. And hence, I can easily say that it is a blue color pen. I can easily say that it is a red color pen. I can easily say that it is a black color pen because it is called as visual control. It is called as visually, we have visual management, we can say visual control. Same thing happened with the marker. Suppose I'm using the markers and imagine that there is no color coding to the whiteboard markers and went to a stationery shop. And if I ask a blue color marker, imagine that there was no color coding on marker, and if I ask a stationery that shopkeeper that I want a blue color marker, then what was the choice with him? He need to disassemble and he need to write and he need to check whether it is a blue color, black color, yellow color, sorry, green color, and then he can tell me this is a black color marker, this is blue color marker. Imagine that this simple Kaizen was not there, then there imagine the fatigue to that shopkeeper. Every time he need to remove the cap, he need to check what color it is, blue, black, red. And because that simple color coding, he can easily say that this is a blue color marker, this is a green color marker, this is a red color marker. Agreed? Yes or no? So this is also called as Kaizen. Because always remember, Kaizen means change for better. So it should reduce our efforts. It should reduce our efforts. It is called as Kaizen. So my efforts are reduced. Earlier, there are lots of efforts for washing the bowl. For example, there are lots of effort to check the ink level. Now my efforts are reduced. So in India, normally we have a 4-color pen, correct? So one pen in 4 refills. That is also best example of Kaizen. So I can use any refill. That is best Kaizen. All the 4 refills in one pen and with color coding. This is green, this is yellow. Sorry, this is red, this is blue, this is black. This is a very good Kaizen. Okay. So I need some examples from your side. What is Kaizen? So these are day-to-day examples. So one more example I will give and then I will ask for the examples from your side. Now imagine the chair on which I am sitting. That chair is having the wheels. I can. So what are the benefits? Suppose that chair is having the wheels and I can adjust the height of the chair. So what are the benefits of that chair? And imagine that chair which is not having wheels and there is no height adjustment. Huh. Suppose we are 122 people and we are having the different heights. So it is very difficult for me to select which chair should I use because you are the participants in a training hall. So you different height, different people, but I cannot vary the height of the chair. So the height adjustment of the chair is the best Kaizen. Suppose you are having a 5 foot, 6 foot height, you can adjust the height of the chair accordingly. Earlier, I was not having that height adjustment. Some people will feel comfortable on that chair, but Kiran will not feel comfortable on that chair, and Manik will comfortable on that chair. So I may feel comfortable, you may not comfortable because there is no height adjustment. There is very simple example that because of that height adjustment, it is very easy to all of us. That is first Kaizen. Second Kaizen, as there are wheels, suppose I can easily move that chair. Suppose my mother, which is having near about 80 years of age, and suppose I tell my mother, just bring that chair. Suppose I am not at home and some relatives came, then it is very difficult for my mother to pull the chair. But as it is having wheels, my mother can easily pull the chair. So there are two benefits. Height adjustment. Second is it can is very easy to move. Okay. And third benefit is that I can rotate. I can rotate. So these are the three benefits from that chair, wheelchair. So now I want example from your side and yes, you have started to write. Different color of electric wires, very good. Wireless charging, very good. ATM machine, very good. SIM card, very good. Visual symmetry, body color, color indication, very good, very good. Okay. So hope you understood, right? So there is one simple Kaizen I observed in Pune. Last week, me and my wife went to have a coffee in one of the in street in famous street in Pune and went there for a coffee. So I ordered a sugarless coffee and my order a normal coffee. Okay. And the glasses were almost same. So normally it is a confusion for that person. So which is having which sugar, which is not having which sugar. So what he did, the coffee which is having no sugar, he inserted one stirrer in that stirrer. So when he came and we asked him which is having which is a normal coffee and which is having without sugar. He confidently said, "Sir, this is having without sugar." I asked him, "How you identified?" "Sir, I we inserted that stirrer in that." So the stirrer we put when there is a no sugar. So when you ordered no sugar coffee, I just inserted stirrer in that cup. Now I can confidently say that this is your coffee with less without sugar, and this is ma'am's coffee, normal coffee. So very simple example of Kaizen, very simple. Shopkeeper, that owner, he did a very simple Kaizen. Just put one stirrer there and he just put the stirrer in that without sugar coffee. Okay, so understood day-to-day examples of Kaizen. So there are lots of examples. We will see that, yes, sensor tap, twist stirrer, yes, edible spoon. That is a very good Kaizen. So normally we are going to discuss that 3R concept. And in that concept, I will discuss that edible spoon option. But yes, so these are examples of Kaizen. Understood what is Kaizen? Meaning of Kaizen? Kaizen is called as change for better. Kaizen is called as change for better in Hindi. अच्छे के लिए बदलाव. So we should feel easiness while operating machine, while doing any process. The student should feel easy to check the ink level. That is the first primary purpose of Kaizen, to make jobs easy. I'm again repeating, to make jobs easy. I'm a trainer, so normally I would use when I'm conducting a classroom session, I am using the pointer or the slide changer. And this is a very simple Kaizen for me because every time I need not to come to my computer or laptop and I need not to press enter every time. I can change the slides from anywhere in the classroom. So this is a very, it is reducing my fatigue. It is reducing my efforts. Then hence it is a very good Kaizen for me. It is a very good Kaizen for me. I will give one simple example. Suppose if your TV is not having remote. Very simple example. Just imagine 50 years back or 40 years back, if your TV is not having the remotes and there are 30 channels. Now there are 500 plus channels, but at that time, suppose there are 30 channels and you need to change the channel. Then every time, what was the procedure you need to follow? That is very important, Ankit. Get up and change. You cannot change. Get up. Every time get up, go walk to the TV. Yes, Daljit ji, we should go near to the TV. We need to press the button. Suppose I am watching channel number 1, Rangoli. That Rangoli was very famous in Doordarshan. And suppose I want to see the channel number 30. I want to get up from my bed. I need to go close to the TV and I need to press that button 29 times. 29 times. Get back again to the sofa, just sit. And if your kid is coming, your son is coming, Daddy, please, I want to see the channel number 15. Again, you need to stand up. Again, you need to go back. Again, you need to press that button till 15 times. And there is channel number 15. And again, if you want to see the channel number 30, again get up, again go to close to the TV. Just imagine the efforts needed. Just imagine the fatigue. Because of TV remote is a very simple. It saved our motion waste. Agreed or not? Motion waste. Yes. Now Alexa. Yes, Vikram Singh. Yes. Yes, even button will get damaged soon. Yes, and we were using the pen to press the button. Correct, Ankit? That pen point we were using to press that button, we were using the pen because button get damaged. So those were 30 to 40 years back. Hmm. So understood the example of Kaizen, day-to-day examples of Kaizen. And hence the primary purpose of Kaizen should be to make our jobs easy. The primary purpose of Kaizen should be to make our jobs easy. Understood? Yes or no? We will see other purposes as well tomorrow. Okay? Yes. Now the meaning of Kaizen is Kaizen we can say change for better or improvement in self. Improvement in self also. Kaizen is a small incremental change with immediate results. The results will be immediate, but the change will be small or incremental. And always remember, Kaizen is why it is good. It is having a small risk and requires no or minimal investment. Requires no or minimal investment. Okay, that is Kaizen. Kaizen is a small change, but towards the better. Kaizen is a small change towards the better, and the result can be a small or medium. The result need not to be small. It can be a small, medium, or sometimes maybe large as well. Correct? Okay. So we will see the Toyota's approach. So Kaizen we can do in each and everything. We can do Kaizen in each and everything. Suppose one step less. Suppose operator is walking 100 feet. I will give this example tomorrow. because when we implemented one Kaizen and operator was going walking 100 feet and he was checking the job again coming back. He was doing after every 30 minutes, not for every job, but for after every 30 minutes he was going again checking on that gauge and again coming. So just imagine the walking distance. Every 30 minutes he need to walk 100 feet. So if you reduce 10 steps, 15 steps, 20 steps, Kaizen. Just one step less is also called as Kaizen. 1 second less. Suppose there is a cycle time of 42 seconds. I am just reducing it by 1 second, but I am ensuring that it is not affecting safety and quality. That is very, very important. I will tell when we are doing any Kaizen, it should not affect safety and quality. That is the mandatory. There are three filters. So I will discuss these three filters on last day. So one is safety and one quality. Third one I will discuss on last. So one step less, 1 second less, one N less, or you can say 1 rupee less. Cost saving on equipment, supplies, etc. So Kaizen is a change for better, or you can say Kaizen is an improvement in a change in self, change in thinking. It is an incremental changer with immediate results. Kaizen is having small risk, and Toyota's approach, it is a one step less, 1 second less, one N less. If you reduce one step less, 1 second less, one N less, that is also Kaizen. Okay. So understood? So just we will have a recap for 3 minutes and then we will stop. So can anyone tell me what we learned, what we discussed today? We started with what? Bullet points, please. Bullet points, please. Yes, Rajesh ji, we see, but why is improvement required? Very good. We started with the question, why is improvement required? We discussed companies name. These are big companies, but they were out of the competition. Then we discussed that how to trigger the improvements. There are four golden voices of the management we need to listen. What are the four golden voices of the management? VOC, voice of customer, VOB, voice of business, VOP, voice of process, and VOE, voice of employees. Yes, you can capture the VOC by the customer scorecard, customer from portal, VOB from your operation scorecard, VOP listening to the machines, listening to the process, and voice of employees. After that, what we discussed? Changing scenario. Yes, changing scenario. Earlier it was a seller's market, now it is a buyer's market. If I want to, even I want to purchase a slide changer. I want to purchase a slide changer. I see the price on Flipkart. I see the price on Amazon of the same brand. Suppose I want to purchase one book. The same book I will check on Flipkart, same book I will on Amazon because I have the choices, right? So changing scenario from seller's market to the buyer's market. And what is the purpose of any business? 3M, make more money, or 4M, make more and more. Got it? Very good. Then we saw, then what we discussed? Meaning of Kaizen. So Kaizen is a Japanese word, change for better. अच्छे के लिए बदलाव. So some Japanese are saying that improvement in self. So we can take both meanings, change for better or improvement in self. That is Kaizen. And I already told you, you need to upgrade yourselves. You need to improve yourselves or you will also out of the competition like some big brands. So please upgrade yourself. So Kaizen is called as change for better. अच्छे के लिए बदलाव. Some examples. You also give a lot of examples. And I already told you that the main purpose of Kaizen is to make our jobs easy. Tomorrow we will see other purposes as well. But main purpose of Kaizen is to make our jobs easy. So I give simple example of pen, whiteboard marker, this plate. So these are a very simple example. TV remote. These are a very simple examples. Okay. And always remember that Kaizen is a change for better. It is an incremental change. It is an incremental change with immediate results, and it is a having always a small risk. We will discuss tomorrow as well. And then I say that that should be your approach. One step less, 1 second less, 1 rupee less. I can reduce the walking distance of my operator by 1 step. I can reduce the cycle time by 1 second or zero 0.5 seconds or 0.25 seconds, but it should not affect on quality and safety. I can just say 1 rupee without compromising quality. That is also, guys. So hope you understand. So I will also mention my mobile number in chat box. So you can WhatsApp me. My name I will once again put. And please give me the feedback of today's session. If you like today's session, please give me feedback. This is my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me. Yes, it is already an introduction, but if some people forget, yes. And was it a value adding session tomorrow? Sorry, today. It will be tomorrow also value adding session, but am I added some value? Yes. So thank you. Just type your feedbacks and we will meet tomorrow at 7:30 and good night. I will stop recording now.